11 wins, 11 knockouts at isang tabla, yan ang kartada ng ating pag-uusapang Pinoy na bida na kasalukuyang nangangampanya sa Super Welterweight Division. Isa nga po sa mga pinakamainit na Pinoy prospect ngayon, ang isang undefeated at may 100% knockout rating, ang tinaguriang The Trigger Man na si Wiljon Mindoro. Masasabi natin na malaki talaga ang potensyal ng batang ito dahil bukod nga po sa puro knockout ang inaabot ng kanyang kalaban, ay may magaling din itong estilo pagdating sa depensa.
Yes, like I
I
said.
stumbled.
At may malakas na pangangatawan at may mataas na ring IQ pagdating sa laban. Dahil sa katunayan, ngayong taong 2023 ay puro dayuhan ang winasak nito sa laban. Una na nga po dyan ay ang pambato ng Indonesia na si Willem Rek. Sa labang iyon, bagamat undefeated ang ating kababayan, ay dihado pa rin pagdating sa experience. Subalit pagdating nga po ng mismong laban, ay tila nagmukhang mahinang nilalang ang pambato ng Indonesia sa bilasik ng kamao ng Pinoy. Bagsak ang pambato ng Indonesia nang tumama ang isang solidong uppercut ng ating bida. At sa lakas nga po ng tamang sumapol ay di na nagawa pang bumangon ng kalaban. Panalo ang Pinoy via third round knockout.
Atras na Jakarta, Indonesia. Unti-unti, pinamaan. Katawan, mukha, uppercut, at Mindoro. Pangalawang atake pa rin. One two. Sadyan, pasok na pasok. Ito, pero maganda. Pinag-uapan niya rin ang pati ng Indonesian fighter. Dahil sa ating Mogi, sa ating boxing. Hook Leon.
Bagsak ang kalaban. Ayan. Congrats, Wiljon Mindoro.
At matapos nga po ang matagumpay na pagkapanalo, 4 na buwan lang ang lumipas. Buwan ng Mayo sa taong kasalukuyan ay muli nga pong naitapat ang ating bida sa mas veteranong Hapon na si Takeshi Inoue, kung saan ay pagdalabanan nila ang WBO Asia Pacific Super Welterweight Belt. Sa naging laban ay talaga namang nasubok ng gusto ang skill at power ng Pinoy, dahil ito pa lamang ang kauna-unahang laban ni Wiljon Mindoro na umabot ng 12 rounds. Kilala ang mga Hapon sa tapang at hindi umaatras sa laban. Subalit syempre, hindi rin naman po basta-basta magpapadaig ang ating kababayan na handa ring makipagbasagan at bugbugan sa mas veteranong Hapon.
When the knockout artist sees that opportunity, but they overhacking Mindoro a bit.
Hit. You just want to throw those punches and set up.
Here goes that uppercut again.
Here we go.
15 seconds left. Can you put him away?
And he's throwing it wildly at that. Suddenly, this alarm clock usually tells boxers, let's go for it.
The way that he lost was by decisions only, so he has not been knocked out yet.
Dangerous for Mindoro. Oh, the overhand that landed because again getting that distance. And this might be
Punches.
I love watching the corner of Inoue there. Both vociferous and hands here. This is
good uppercut, good
Yeah.
overhand.
This is a 50-50 fight for Mindoro now.
Well, I think
Trying to get right in there with Mindoro. Able to uppercut.
You were saying? You were
Oh,
saying?
that
was a-
Tied up, and he's hurt. Now he has hurt Inoue.
and the thing about powerful combination.
These are the middleweights, you know.
Mindoro's mouthpiece had come out
Oh,
Overhand.
Mindoro gets tagged.
with them. While I do agree with you with an uppercut could be there, I also believe the other side, he's not throwing. I would love to see Inoue throw a left hook.
And nailing Inoue time and again. 3 straight attacks, and he's scoring. But look at the counter punching of Inoue's.
A good
Oh,
uppercut
yes,
by
sir.
Inoue. But Mindoro coming back with his own a little uppercut as well.
The uppercut has been the golden punch here in this fight.
Parehong ayaw magpatalo ang dalawa, parehong magandang mga patama at ang mga ipinapakita sa laban. Kaya naman pagkatapos ng kanilang bakbakan ay tabla ang naging resulta.
Scores now 114 to 114. This round is a swift draw.
Ganun pa man, ang naging laban ay napakalaking bagay para sa ating bida dahil siguradong sa susunod niyang laban ay mas madidevelop at mas magiging malakas at mas malakas sa kanyang susunod na laban. 2 buwan lang ang lumipas matapos ang naging laban sa veteranong Hapon July 28, 2023, ay muli nga pong nabigyan ng pagkakataon na muling mapalaban sa isa pang Hapon na si Mao Tameda. Maglalaban ng dalawa sa timbang na 160 pounds. At sa naging laban, ay wala nga pong kapalag-palag na winasak ng ating kababayan ng pambato ng Japan. Naging mistulang amateur fighter ang nangyari sa Hapon dahil hindi na nga pinaabot sa round 2 ng ating bida ang kanyang kalaban. Pinabagsak ng Pinoy ang Hapon ng 2 beses sa round 1. Sa umpisa ng kanilang bakbakan ay umarangkada agad ng sunod-sunod na kombinasyon ng Hapon. Puro power shot ang mga binibitawan. Subalit siyempre, hindi naman nga po basta-basta nagpapadaig ang ating bida. Halos 1 minuto pa lang ang nakakalipas nang tumama ang solid uppercut ng ating bida na siyang nagpabagsak sa Hapon. Tumayo pa naman ito para magpatuloy sa laban, kung saan ay matapang na nakikipagsabayan pa rin ito ng mga suntok sa ating bida. Subalit muli na naman nga pong bumagsak ang Hapon nang tamaan ng solid sa ulo. Subalit sa pagkakataong iyon, ay hindi na nga po nakabangon. Panalo ang Pinoy via knockout sa round 1. Matapos ang impresibong panalo kontra sa Hapon, July 10, 2024, sa unang pagkakataon ay dumayo ito sa bansang Amerika, kung saan ay makakatapat nito ang tirador ng United Kingdom na si Tyler Goodjan. Hindi nga po biro o makakatapat ng ating bida, sapagkat kung basagan lang ng mukha ang pag-uusapan ay siguradong hindi ito magpapalamang, dahil para nga po sa inyong kaalaman ay sa Bernakil po ito lumalaban. Ito po yung laban kung saan literal na suntukan, walang gloves na gamit. Kaya naman panoorin natin ang mainit na salpukan ng dalawang fighter.
Don't be hand to hand, okay? No holding. Touch him up and good luck. Thank you, sir.
Ready to get on. Looking to make his comeback at 33. Last boxing fight was 2017. Gentlemen, he was stripped for talking about the way he cut weight. UK Commission pulled his license. That's why he had to take time off and go into bare knuckle, Paulie, sport you know very, very well. But the toughness he learned in bare knuckle, he said, that's what's carrying me tonight.
Yeah, he did. He had some success in bare knuckle. Was really successful over there, and did very well. Had some good wins. Became a really favorite over doing bare knuckle. Pretty much made his name there, made his bones there. As far as having the ways you make weight, I think that's.
Hey, that's
These things I don't agree with. That's one of them.
I talked about salt baths and saunas on a podcast. They called me and pulled my head. Talk about it.
And then you wonder why guys lie when they say the way they make weight. Right?
The easiest kind of around.
I talked about Mindoro and his team, likening him to Manny Pacquiao. Well, he's 5'11".
Yeah.
Manny is a small package, packs a big punch.
Mindoro a lot stockier. Mindoro's behind every punch. Good timing as well there. Look at the time, the pressure of Goodjan. You'd like to see Goodjan maybe cut the ring off a little bit. He's trying to put that mental pressure. You can see trying to make Mindoro uncomfortable. A guy cutting off the ring on Mindoro.
Talk to Goodjan. He didn't talk about tactics so much as toughness. The idea that Mindoro is a knockout puncher. He hasn't fought a lot of great guys. Hasn't been there in deep water. That's where Goodjan wants to bring him. But right now, Mindoro teeing off those big shots.
Mindoro's been around to see the slickness with the head movement. Mindoro's having trouble getting to him. Goodjan got hurt to the body. Now he's getting hit with some big shots. Oh, man. Nice up.
Good John's got to shoot in between these shots. He's got to take away some of the confidence of Mindoro, who's getting comfortable throwing hard. You got to throw in between one of those hard, big shots.
This all started with your body shots, champ. I still think he's.
Yeah, I agree with you there, John.
Trying to take a deep breath. Taking his return to boxing and putting on those gloves, man. It's a different world. Feels so much better than getting hit with a bare knuckle.
Yeah, Jimmy, you said he's only 33. I was surprised to hear that. He's been around for a very long time. You know, look at 2012, 2011. You know, a solid pro for him. Oh, good shot.
Nice uppercut.
Hey, don't close hurt more. Bare knuckles will cut you, man. Once your head start hurting, you can't throw hard. These boxing gloves, people don't realize there's a cast in there. And 8 ounces is light.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically mittens.
To the right of Good John, a little easier, and it's allowing him to get a breathing space in between the hard punches he's throwing.
Start up round number 2. 100% knockout rate for Mindoro. He's been the distance more in his career 9 times in victory. He's won by decision. 9 of his 13 wins.
He's an 18-fight pro. He's showing that, you know, that experience that he has over Mindoro. You know, he's got the 6 bare knuckle fights as well, so a ton of experience for Good John, and he's trying to use that to take advantage of Mindoro.
Yeah, and he's got confidence. Listen, he landed some harder shots with Mindoro, and I was like, all right, I got a crazy guy in front of me.
Also, he's backing the puncher up. A lot of times punchers don't punch the same way when they're on their back foot.
Oh, and now when Good John, he's getting confident, doubling up on the left hook.
Oh, good uppercut there from Mindoro.
Both uppercuts from both these guys have been very, very sharp.
You know, Mindoro, you got to understand, he's got all these knockout wins. He might be the kind of guy who also has been used to hitting guys like this and they go away. Yeah. And instead, Good John not only hasn't gone away, he's getting in his face. There's a psychological ploy here that also starts to wear on you. So Mindoro, you know, this is part of the maturing process as well. You got to deal with guys like this. Sometimes you're not going to be able to get rid of them. You're going to have to deal with them. Let's see if Mindoro is able to deal with Good John, who now is growing in some confidence.
Greatest quotes I ever heard about boxing: when an intimidator fails to intimidate, he becomes intimidated.
Good John is doing a great job putting tons of pressure, both mental and physical at this point. Slick upper body move from Good John, man. He's keeping that head moving, not making himself an easy target.
That's always a good idea for Mindoro to go back to that body the way he just did. He started out with a good body attack in round 1, then kind of got away from it. Now, a few seconds ago, kind of went back to it. I think that's probably the best plan of attack for Mindoro.
You guys talk about it all the time.
Oh,
good shot from Mindoro. Down goes Good John. Popping up a little too early.
Good John has the 8 count. He should have taken his time a little bit. Let's see. We're close.
You okay, my friend? You okay?
He'll probably stay on 1 knee. Let's see if he holds. He probably should hold here.
Such thing as being too tough for your own good. Good John getting into a firefight. Doesn't have his second knockdown of round number 2.
He's going to take his time here. Let's see.
I was going to say, going punch for punch with a puncher like Mindoro, not a good idea for Good John.
Legs aren't under him. Could this be it?
How much time does he have? We got 30 seconds, 25 seconds. Let's see if he's able to get out of the round.
A couple more clean shots for referee to step
They
in.
have to hold here. Let's see if he holds.
Oh, the body shots too.
The holding tight.
Punch in between. Can't knock the heart of Good John.
Trying to fight fire with fire, and it's over. Paulie, you said it. Should have held, should have clipped, waited for the belt. That isn't the kind of fighter Good John is. We're out there trying to throw the shots in the cost.
Exactly. You know, again, this guy comes from the toughest of the tough, man. He fought bare knuckle, he's fought boxing. You know, you can see he's just more disappointed in himself, you know, that he got caught with that shot. I think the initial shot that hurt him, if we get a shot, look at the replay, the initial hook that hurt him might have been on a catch and shoot when Good John.
Not underneath him anymore.
It was funny.
Showing good power.
You know, when Mindoro was trying to kind of be the bully, he was running some good punches. When he started countering and kind of waiting for his opportunities,
Matapos ang 3 impresibong panalo, sa labas ng bansa ng tinaguriang The Silent Assassin ng Philippine Boxing na si Miel Pajardo. Tatlong taon na nakalipas ay muli itong umalis sa bansa at nagtungo sa bansang Dubai upang muling dumayo sa ika-4 na pagkakataon sa kanyang ika-11 laban. At para sa gupain, ang nooy undefeated at kababayan ng isa sa mga boxing legend na si Marcos Midana na walang iba kundi si Agustin Mauro Gauto, ang tinaguriang El Avion na ang ibig sabihin ay ang eroplano. Sa magaganap nga pong laban ay hindi binibigyan ng importansya ng kampo ng undefeated na Argentinian fighter ang ating kababayan. At sinasabi na tila nakatuon daw ang kanilang kampo sa isang future major world title bouts. Na sa madaling salita ay minamahina, winawalang kwentang kalaban at tila ba pataba lang daw sa kartada ang tingin ng mga ito sa ating Pinoy fighter. Ngunit hindi rin naman natin masisisi ang kampo ng Argentinian fighter na ito. Dahil ang totoo ay may kabigatan din naman talaga ang kamao nito pagdating sa laban. Sa katunayan nga, sa kanyang 17 panalo ay 5 lamang ang maswerteng nakatuwid hanggang 12 rounds. At ang 4 sa kanyang huling tinalo ay tinapo sa loob lamang ng 2 rounds. At ganun nga po kalupit ang boksingerong ito. Kaya naman sa kanyang edad na 21 ay hindi katakataka na maging isang world title holder ang boksingerong ito. Kabilang nga po sa kanyang mga naging hawak na titulo ay ang South American Flyweight title, WBO Light Flyweight title, IBF Youth Flyweight title at ang WBO International Light Flyweight title. Diniklara ng WBO bilang top 3 na pinakamagaling na flyweight fighter sa buong mundo. Pang-7 naman sa WBA at pang-4 sa IBF. Kaya naman sa mga panalo at achievement ng Argentinian fighter na ito ay naging mataas ang kanyang kumpiyansa at tingin nito sa kanyang sarili. Kaya naman ganun na lamang niya baliwalain ang ating Pinoy na bida na ang hindi niya alam ay ito palang fighter na ito ang magbibigay bangungot at wawasak sa kanyang malinis na kartada. March 26, 2022, tumungo ang tubong Agusan del Rosario sa Dubai upang harapin ang undefeated na si Agustin Mauro Gauto. Para nga po dito sa Argentinian fighter ay tinuturing na tune-up fight lang ang kanilang magiging laban. At ito raw ay bilang paghahanda sa mga susunod pang malalaking laban na talaga namang tila nakakabastos para sa ating Pinoy fighter. Ginanap ang laban sa Duty Free Tennis Stadium sa Dubai. Sa mismong laban, paglabas pa lang nitong Argentinian ay makikitaan ng malaking kumpiyansa at animoy ganadong-ganado sa magaganap na laban. Samantalang ang ating bida naman ay kalmado at tahimik lamang na humarap sa kanyang kalaban. Habang ipinapakilala ng announcer ang ating kababayan, akalain nyo ba naman na bulyawan ito ng mga Argentinian na kababayan nitong si Agustin Gauto na talaga namang nakakabastos dahil hindi naman mayabang at wala namang atraso ang ating kababayan.
Fighting out of Agusan del Sur, Philippines, Ismael Fajardo.
Sa unang round ay puro power punch agad ang palitan ng dalawang fighter. Unang nakatama ang Argentinian, subalit tila waipik lang naman ito sa ating Pinoy na bida na gumaganti rin naman sa pamamagitan ng body shot.
Nice work, isn't it? Just a little thing with the eyes running to the belly. Like a nice jab to the head. So we're left hook there, didn't he, as well with the second attack.
I think he might feel he's hurt him with one of those body shots because he's really getting on him here, Fajardo. To go down to the body again there. Then back up to the head, but he was letting his hands go, putting his punches together well.
Solid jab in there from Gauto. He's been a bit
Well, do you think he got through solidly with one of those
yeah,
body shots?
yes, particularly the second one for me.
He's just gone into his shell a bit, hasn't he? Gauto. Huge thing, but something registered there, definitely. Into the final minute of round one.
Sharp left there in front. Hard there, left uppercut, left hook.
A nod of the head there from Gauto. They both land at the same time. He's having a good opening round here for the Pino fighter. This is already turning into a good fight. Right hand there from Gauto.
Better from Gauto. He's got his hand to a good body shot himself.
At bago matapos ang round 1 ay tumama ang isang solid na left hook dito nga sa mukha nitong Argentinian. Dahilan para mapahiga ito sa lona at mabilangan ng referee.
Shot. Oh, beautiful left hand there from Fajardo, and that has put him down hard on.
Tumayo pa naman ito at nagpatuloy sa laban. At sa tagpong iyon ay makikitang gigil na ang Pinoy na tapusin ang laban. Maswerte na nga lang itong kalaban at na-save by the bell pa.
Straight down, no time left in the round, which is just as well for the Argentinian who stumbles over to the neutral.
He was lucky he was at the end of the round, but it was he doubled up that left hook, lovely, didn't he, Fajardo, earlier in the fight. Just catches him flush, really did run, really right on the butt. Oh, this.
At pagdating ng round 2 ay makikitang groggy pa rin itong Argentinian sa tinamong tama noong round 1 na sinamantala naman ng ating kababayan at hindi na binigyan ng pagkakataon ng kanyang kalaban.
His knees quite down to his knees, the gloves touched down as well, but Fajardo just got to get on top of him.
He just needs to stay low, Fajardo, and then come in with that left hook. Good fight back there for Gato. Oh, good left hook.
Gauto hit by a left hand, but he's trading here, which could be a problem. Good upper body movement from him. He shifts another left hand, big left hand again. There he touches down with the glove. It was a knockdown. The referee didn't give it a second. Left hand puts him onto his back, and he's just so fragile in there at the minute. That's the problem. He's letting his own hands go. He's showing a ton of bravery and heart in there, but every time he gets hit clean, he's going to go down, and he's going to get hit clean because he's wide open at times.
What's the referee doing?
Well, the referee's given him extra time there. He missed the knockdown. There was a touchdown with the glove which he missed, and then he was put down. Fajardo just looking for that left hook. Every single time he can throw it, he is throwing it. Dipping low at the waist there, touches down with the glove again, and the referee doesn't see it. That's another knockdown.
There's been about 4 knockdowns in this round. It's tremendous action, it really is.
It is, it's superb. 1 minute 40 remaining in round 2.
Oh, good shots. Oh.
Another big left hand, and he's taken those two somehow. He's thrown back himself. He goes down to his knees, more in exhaustion than anything else. But the referee does count him this time. The corner are looking on there, the Argentinian corner. I don't really know how much more of this I would need to see if I were them. This is a critical stage of his career, of course. He's 17-0. But I think he's done here, and it's only a matter of time, isn't it?
At sa huli ay tinigil na nga po ng referee ang laban at nanalo ang ating Pinoy via technical knockout.
I think the corner were going to do it, and that is a massive, massive win for Miguel Fajardo. And what?
Declaring your winner by TKO to the blue corner from Agusan del Sur, Philippines, it's Miguel Fajardo.
So the 22.
Kung ating titingnan maigi at pagmamasdan ng ating kababayan na si Richie the Magnum Mepranum, ay talaga namang iisipin mong isa lamang itong mahinang nilalang dahil sa payat at walang kamasil-masil na pangangatawan. Pero sang kayo, wag na wag kayong magpapaninlang sa itsura at karakas ng fighter na ito. Sabihin na nga nating payat at tila walang ilalakas sa suntok nitong si Richie, pero walang sino mang fighter ang dapat magkumpiyansa kapag siya ang kaharap. Kagaya na nga lamang ng Mexicanong si Hernan Marquez na tinaguri ang Little Mike Tyson, na dahil sa lakas at sa pagiging knockout artist nito ay hindi naging maganda ang trato nito sa ating kababayan dahil hindi nito binibigyang importansya ang ating Pinoy na pambato na tila ba siguradong sigurado na natatalunin niya ang ating kababayan. Ngunit hindi naman talaga natin masisisi ang fighter na ito kung nasobran sa kumpiyansa dahil may karapatan din naman talaga itong magmalaki dahil nga sa pagkakaroon ng planchado nitong kartada na kung saan ay 2 titulo ang kanyang nakuha bago siya makakalaban ng ating kababayan. At ito nga ang WBA Pediball Flyweight title at ang WBC United States Flyweight title. Ngunit sa kabila nga ng mga achievement ng Mexicanong ito ay hindi naman ito naging balakid upang matakot at masindak sa laban ang ating payat na kababayan. March 12, 2010 naikasa ang labang Richie alias The Magnum Mepranum kontra nga sa Mexican fighter na si Hernan Marquez. Ginanap ang kanilang laban sa Gaylord Texas Resort Hotel and Convention Grapevine, Texas, USA. Sa magiging laban, ang Mexicanong si Hernan Marquez ay may impresibong record na 27 wins, 20 knockouts at wala ngang talo. Habang ang ating kababayan naman ay may record naman 21 wins, 5 knockouts, 2 talo at 1 tabla. Sa kartada pa lang ay talaga namang inaasahan ng maraming manonood at boxing analyst natagilid talaga ang ating kababayan dahil sa laki nga ng diferensya ng kartada ng dalawang fighter. Subalit ang hindi nila alam ay napakakunat pala ng panga ng fighter na ito kahit manipis ang katawan, at isama mo pa ang kanyang ring IQ na talaga namang hindi rin matatawaran pagdating sa laban. Sa kanilang weigh-in ay kitang-kita ang diferensya ng dalawang fighter. Bato-bato ang Mexicano, samantalang ang ating kababayan ay literal na hindi gaanong kagandahan ng katawan. Round 1. Namamatitis agad ang Mexicano na para bang gusto na agad patulugin ang ating kababayan. Samantalang ang ating kababayan naman ay maingat na bumabato ng mga jab para dito nga sa Mexicano.
Nada mejor que eso, especialmente en esa división ahorita que está él. Excelente sparring que tuvo. Tiene la estatura, tiene el alcance, ángulos, tiene que taparle las esquinas y no darle espacio, no darle nada de espacio, taparle hay que seguir su plan así, boxearlo, ese peleador técnico que usa sus brazos largos.
Y Meprano.
No hay nada mejor que eso, especialmente en esa división ahorita que está él. Excelente sparring que tuvo. Y pues aparte de eso, trabajando con la familia.
Con él, que lo que le ha gustado mucho de entrenar con los Montiel es precisamente eso. Con Fernando Montiel haciendo su sparring, que ha aprendido mucho al verlo, al aprender cómo se boxea, como un boxeador.
Fernando Montiel es un peleador, no es tan agresivo.
18 knockouts en sus 25 y número 9 del OMB. Regresamos.
Sa round 2 ay dito na nga gumana ang ring IQ ng ating kababayan. In-and-out ang kanya naging diskarte para lumamang sa kalaban, na kung saan nga ay hindi naman makapagpatama ng mga solid na patama itong Mexicano.
Precisamente
y la mandíbula, la quijada de
interesante, pelea como zurdo Tyson Márquez, aunque es derecho por la
sí. Y eso a veces pasa y fíjate, movimiento. Oh.
Que bien la combinación.
Cuidado, no se puede abrir mucho Márquez, se te abrió mucho ahí, lo conectaron. Ahora, bueno, eso ya lo empujaron ahí. Pero lo motivó ese golpe el filipino.
Sa round 3 ay makikita na ang gigil na Mexicano dahil hindi nga makapagpatama ng solid sa ating kababayan. Habang ang ating bida naman ay patuloy na nakakapagpatama ng malilinis na jab sa kalaban.
Esta es la esquina de Márquez.
Demasiado Márquez, es el que se encarga de todo el talento. Filipino, mejor le digo filipino. Doble uppercut ahí de Tyson. Filipino. Y parece que el movimiento, la rapidez te hipnotiza, ¿me entiendes? Y te vas a quedar en esa posición. Y lo de cabeceo, cuando entra de frente, no entra mucho nomás de frente, dale cabeceo, moverse y empujarlo. Hacer lo que haga tu pelea, no la pelea que él quiere hacer.
Le da buen derechazo, está haciendo lo que tú dijiste, está moviendo mal la cabeza.
At pagdating nga po ng round 5 ay bahagyang nakapagpatama ng ilang malilinis na suntok ang Mexicano. Subalit dito nga po kayo bibilib sa ating kababayan dahil sa kabila ng kanyang manipis na pangangatawan ay nagagawa niyang saluhin at makayanan ng mga suntok nitong Mexicano.
Tiene que usar su fuerza, trabajarlo al cuerpo. Filipino Mepronom le está afectando bien, aunque él es zurdo, pero se le está dificultando este estilo.
Mepronom se encuentra el número 10.
Trajes, las mejores corbatas ahí se ponen con Julie Guiniño.
Y les va a gustar el boxeo Pacquiao Clottey, pero aquí les está gustando a los fans. Sí, en el Texas Ballroom del Gaylord Texan Hotel. Un buen guamazo que le dio Meprano en este round al filipino. Que cae sólido con derecha.
Mira, qué sorpresa. Aquí el filipino ahí lo hace fallar. Y cómo entra ahí la recta. Iba como de recta.
At sa round 7 ay dito na makikitang nakikipagsabayan na rin ang ating bida, na ang bawat fighter ay tila hindi magpapatalo sa laban.
Encontrar caído a la lona, cortesía del Empalme Sonora. Creciendo con cada round el filipino. En tu tarjeta
5 para Mepronom. Y bueno, ahora se está poniendo a hacer en la esquina a Tyson Márquez, pero más vale ir mal fuera. Y se cubre muy bien también. Y ha estado muchos golpes es Tyson Márquez. Míralo, el jab ahí bien bonito.
Solamente un golpe se puede cambiar todo en un combate de este estilo. Esto se calienta, regresamos.
Aquí vemos ambos peleadores intercambio de golpes. Ahí Tyson Márquez haciendo un poquito de...
At sa round 9 ay tila manghang-mangha ang kampo ng Mexicano sapagkat sa kabila ng payat na pangangatawan ng ating kababayan ay nagagawa nitong makipagsabayan sa kalaban.
todo, pero observamos en la esquina de Meprano que le estaban diciendo, tú ciérrate, y si él viene y se te amarra un tantito, mueve la cabeza, o sea, usa el cabeceo y sigue usando esa izquierda que tú mencionas.
Exactamente, mira, todo lo que tiene que hacer es... Se tiene que ir al todo por el todo. Y tiene que noquear, tiene que salir adelante en su debut aquí en Estados Unidos.
Pero ahora sí, obviamente ya le empiezas a sacar vuelta.
8 a 73, vuelvo a decir mi tarjeta extraoficial. Se han echado estos dos peleadores esta noche aquí en Fox Sports Español. Siempre tenemos ambos tendidos. Mepranam haciéndolo fire ahí. Y viste, no los...
At sa huling round ay naging maingat na ang ating kababayan sapagkat kalkulado na ng kampo ng ating bida na lamang sila sa puntusan, kung kaya't maingat na nagbibitaw ng mga suntok ang ating bida.
Pues es difícil esta pelea.
Su carrera con las 15 victorias, tratando de llegar a 16 y darle a Márquez su primera. El buen trabajo, el buen contragolpe, lo señalaste previo al combate con Osate, ser escurrido. Vea nada más.
Otra vez, otra izquierda, perdón que te interrumpí, pero era impactante, impresionante. Sigue, fíjate, trae a este nivel, mira, otra vez, otra izquierda ahí de Mepranam. Estoy emocionando aquí. Se acabó.
At matapos nga ang laban ay kumpiyansa ang kampo ng ating kababayan, lalo na ang coach na si Buboy Fernandez na ang bata niya ang mananalo sa laban.
For the winner, by way of unanimous decision, para el ganador por decisión unánime, Mabuhay Pilipinas!
At itinanghal ng panalo ng ating kababayan by a unanimous decision.